Okay, hey, this is Becker, and welcome to the second video in the Prime YouTube series. What this is a series that shows you everything you need to scale YouTube ads profitably. The reason why I can teach this is I've scaled my business to over $1 million a month cash with YouTube ads, so I'm going to show you everything I've done there. Now, if you're jumping on this video first, go back to video 1, which is right here, because you need to watch that video before you watch this video, because that's how numbers work. So we're going to hop in this, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to build the ads and how to create ads that actually get people's attention and get them to do the things that you want them to do, which is to click, and then hopefully sometime in the future, give you some of that money, give you some of that fine cash, give you some of those green Benjamins. I'm going to stop. Let's get going. Okay, guys, welcome back to the coolest place on earth, the whiteboard of truth and justice. Also, again, this is number 2 in this series. I don't release these videos all at once, so be sure to go below and subscribe and hit the bell. I can't draw a bell, so a circle will do, so that you get notified as soon as we release these videos. I try to release huge guides like this, which are nothing but content and how I run my business every single month. So you definitely want to see when these come out. And if anything, if you hate them, at least you want to make sure you get notified so you can leave a mean comment. So be sure to go do that right now. And again, if you're watching this video before you watch video number 1, that's not how numbers work. So go back and watch the first video before you watch this, or it won't make any sense. And let's get into what we're talking about in this video. This video is all about the ad design and getting people to do what you want when they see your ad. So the things I'm going to cover right here. If you don't do these things, your ads won't work. You can have the best targeting ever, you can have the best landing page, you can have everything, but your CPL, your CPA is going to be through the roof. Your cost to acquire the customer is going to be so much higher than it needs to be. I am not kidding you. The jokes are off the table. The joshing is at 0%. I countless times see people in the same exact niche as me pay 3 to 4 times what I do to get a lead. All the time. Running almost same type of format of ad, running a very similar landing page, 3 to 4x. Their targeting is the same as mine. Why does this happen? That's what we're here to talk about today. You have to know to get people to do what you want. And if you can do that, you can pay way less than everybody else, and that's the only thing you need to do to beat them. If your competitors are paying $12 per lead and you're paying $5 per lead, you're going to win. If you're paying $10 per sale and your competitors are paying $30, you're going to win. And you have to understand that the difference between paying $10 per sale and $30 per sale, or $5 per conversion, or 12, really comes down to 2 more people out of 10 clicking. For example, if 10 people see our ad and we only have 1 person clicking at a time, it's getting another 2 people to click. That's it. Okay, this is massive right here. If we can get 2 more people to participate in what we're doing, we win. And so it's so important that your ad is on point to getting this right here, because this small little difference right here is going to triple your ad costs, and then suddenly you can't scale. So let's talk about how to first do this. The most important thing is knowing what your customer wants in their heart of hearts. Now, hold up. I see people all the time like, I know what my customer wants. I'm willing to bet a hot dog stand that you don't. I'm not poo-pooing on your business or your career. I'm just telling you, so many times when I go and look at what people are doing, they are selling what they think their customer wants. They're not digging down in the heart of hearts. So, for example, I was working with one person, and I'm not going to give you their exact headlines and what they were pitching, but what they were selling was a course that shows people how to make money for their business with Facebook ads. And their whole pitch was, hey, we've been running superior Facebook ads that are getting us a 50% higher ROI than anybody else in the industry. Click this ad and come check this out. Okay, so let's back up here. What they're offering people is a way to make 50% more than their competitors with Facebook ads and a superior Facebook ad system. Click this ad. This is not what people want in their heart of hearts. If you buy a refrigerator, you don't want a 50% colder refrigerator that is superior to anyone else in the market. You have no information on other refrigerators in the market. You don't give a crap what the temperature is. You want a refrigerator that you can open up and you can put stuff inside and it makes it cold and you don't have to think about. That's it. So a way better way to describe a refrigerator is how to pay 10 times less for this refrigerator and get amazing results. That's what you want. They want results. And when this example right here, people don't want Facebook ads. They don't want to learn Facebook ads. They don't want a superior ad system. They want to make money without effort. I don't care what business model you are in, who you're marketing to, beginners, real estate agents. People want the result without effort, and they want it in a short time frame. That is what they want, regardless of any niche you're getting into. And so you must think, what do your target market, what do they want in their heart of hearts of hearts? What is their big problem? And then you must offer that in the ad. You must offer that in the ad. So if we're doing Facebook ads right here, it's not, hey, how you're going to see how we have a superior Facebook ad system that gets 50% better results than any of our competitors and has made millions of dollars. No, 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 no. What people want, this is kind of gross, but this is what you want in every other aspect of your life, and because it's in the make money online niche, it's going to sound a little gross right here. What people want is the 3-step ad system we use to make millions of dollars in 45 days in a step-by-step format. That is what they want. They want a way to make money in 45 days in a step-by-step format. If a person is trying to lose weight, they don't want this superior diet that leads to greater discipline and allows people to unlock freedom in their lives. They don't want that. They don't want that majestic creature that you just offered them, that mythical pie in the sky idea. They want a way to keep their same diet without getting off the couch and to lose weight. That is what people want. And they want a consistent way to do it. That is what people want in their heart of hearts. So whenever you're looking at your niche, you need to take your pie in the sky ideas down. This sounds so negative, and it's just how people are. I'm not trying to sound negative here. I'm not trying to put the human race in a bad light. But if you think about anything, look around your office right now. Think of anything you've bought. 99% of the things that you buy in your life, you don't want to use. You don't want anything. If you are going out there and you buy a drill, you don't want a drill. You want the hole. And if there's just a simple system where you had that hole without having to get the drill or use the drill, you'd go with that. Look at your washing machine. Look at your AC unit. Look at your computer. You don't want to understand how it works. You don't want to know anything about it. You want the result right away. Look at your mail. Like, you don't want to have, you don't want a 50% better mail system that works better than FedEx. You want to put your stuff in your mailbox and you want to stop thinking about it. So understand that's how people are, and your customers are not some majestic creature that suddenly wants to work hard and increase their discipline and outlook on life. That's not how it works, okay? So I have to smash this down. What people want is they want the result. They want a consistent way to get the result. And they want it fast. This is what people want no matter what. So you need to play off of this in your ads, no matter what. Now below this video, I've linked to one of my ads that has worked really well. What I'm going to also state as we go through this, you're going to need to shoot this format of ad that we're going to talk about in multiple different scenarios with multiple different stories. Not everyone's going to work exactly the same. I'll explain that here in a second. Now, how do we really pin down what the customer wants? What is the best thing that they want in their heart of hearts? You're not going to guess it the first time, every single time you run an ad. It takes a long time. It's taken me almost 2 years to really pin down the exact wording that our customer wants in their heart of hearts. So what you need to do first off is I'm going to show you a few ways to first identify this. Most importantly, what you can do is you can just run a series of ads pitching this format of what's going to be offered right here. And I'm going to break down how to pitch this in your ad and how to show this in your ad. But I want you to understand the various ways to do this. First off, you can just run a series of ads to an audience and see which one gets the highest clicks and watch rates. And what you want to do in these ads is you don't want to change the video format. You don't want to change your environment. You don't want to change how you start the ad. You don't want to change how you end the ad. It needs to be a cookie cutter template with different messages inside the template. What I do on mine that you won't always be able to do is I run opt-ins to a webinar in mine. This is going to be more if you're doing a straight sale. With the opt-in, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the same exact landing page. Same style, same message, but I'm going to change the headline on the page. So there's going to be a headline right here, and I'm going to follow or write a headline in a format I'm about to explain to you. And I'm going to look at this headline right here, and I'm going to send traffic to that page. And the headline that gets the highest opt-in rate is going to be your radar or your North Star from what they want in their heart of hearts. Now, you should understand this. If you're not doing this, whatever you put right there is not what they want in their heart of hearts. Nobody wants a high effort, complex way to do anything. They want the result consistently and they want it fast. Once you start playing from that angle and working with the format I'm going to give you and using the language I'm going to give you, you're going to drill down to that heart of hearts want pretty quickly. So this is how we're going to find it. So the next thing we need to realize is how to write this ad. What do we want to do? The way I'm going to describe ads in this video is what's worked for me, and this is what works for me for a funnel where the person opts in first and then goes through the sales funnel. This may be a bit different to you if you're running something in e-commerce. Maybe you're selling a supplement. Maybe you're selling a course straight up. I don't think this is going to be incorrect 90% of the time, and the most important thing I want you to take away from this video is the underlying principles underneath this. The principles aren't going to guide you the wrong way. The format that I'm discussing right here might not work in every single niche. For example, I've seen a lot of videos, particularly one in a supplement niche, where the person does tons of selling, and it's a very long video that they run in-stream ads with. And the video did very well. I think they sold like $50 million worth of supplements. So there's plenty of ways to skin a cat. So let's first explain what the ads are and different type of ads we can run and things that I've seen that work. So first off, your bread and butter is going to be in-stream ads. It's those things that interrupt you when you're browsing around YouTube. So you ever been on YouTube and a guy pops up and says, "Here in my garage," that's an in-stream ad. All right, that's it. That's what it is. Now, if you look at when you're watching a video right now, there should be in the top right-hand corner an ad right here for suggested videos. This is a suggested video ad. So when I say in-stream, I'm referring to this. When I talk about suggested video, I'm referring to this. Here's rule number one. This is all you need to focus on right here. You don't need to be reinventing the wheel or doing complicated things until you're at large scale. If you're not making $10,000 a day, there's no reason to do complicated ads. Really, the secret to ads is not doing complicated stuff until you need to. So many times when I go into people's Facebook accounts or AdWords accounts or I'm helping them with their business, I go in there and it's the most complicated thing I've ever seen. They have ad formats and strategies I can't even fathom, and they don't ever work. Because it's introducing too many variables and too many aspects to your ads without ever figuring out what is the true blue going to work every single time format. And so you want to start with one predictable variable. You want to start with one ad type and you want to go from there. I've seen plenty of things that work. For example, if you go look at like Dan Locke's channel, for example, you might follow that guy. That guy is running a ton of suggested ads, sends people back to the channel, and then he hits people with ads who view the channel. That might not be exactly what he's do. I don't work on his ads. That's what I see a lot of people doing. It's very popular for people to send people to suggested videos and then run ads to them in stream. So it's like it builds a retargeting list. I've seen success with that, but I find the in-stream ads work best for me. There's going to be plenty of things that work differently for you, but the most important thing is don't do complicated stuff until you have simple stuff that works. There's no example ever where your simple stuff will not work or get any results, and then like a complicated thing is the key to it. I don't ever see that. So we're going to focus on in-stream ads in this video. That's what you want to start with. That's going to be your bread and butter. Now, the only time I'd suggest doing suggested videos is if this is like your sales video right here. Is there examples that break what I just laid out? All over the place. All over the place. We want to start with the base. We want to get a good default going before we start trying to break the rule. If you want to break the rules, for example, whenever I hear people talk about, well, Elon Musk did this, you don't want to use Elon Musk as the rule. You want to use the bread and butter generic entrepreneur who gets results as the rule. You want to be able to get results there, and then you can try Elon Musk stuff. So I think I've explained that enough. So when we're doing an in-stream ad, how it works, I'm sure you've seen these, is there's 5 seconds. And the person has 5 seconds. They have to watch your ad for 5 seconds, and they can click away. I want to talk about the reason why most people's ads don't work. So when you're running an ad, you need to call out to your target audience in these first 5 seconds, and you need to get rid of your non-target audience. Let me explain. So I see so many people, they start their ad off and they do something to get attention. Like the guy's shooting fireworks off and there's like a babe over here like dancing, and there's like a cat flying from the ceiling. This is going to get everyone's attention. And if you're selling a supplement that reverses gut damage, you don't want everyone's attention. You want a person who has a bloated stomach and is feeling like crap and tired all the time. because your target market isn't everybody. Now, if you've ever seen like a purple ad for the beds, everybody needs a bed, so they can start their ad off with Bigfoot peeing all over a mattress. That works just fine because everybody needs a bed. Not everybody needs your gut health product. Not everybody needs your real estate product. Not everybody wants to make money. So you need to call out the people that are your target market and get them to watch, and you want to get everybody else off, because if you're not getting everybody else off, what's going to happen is the people that watch your video, there's not going to be any rhyme or reason. You're going to have tons of people who are in your demographic who are like 25% of the views, maybe, because of your targeting, and you're going to have 75% of people that have no chance of clicking the ad or converting after that first 5 seconds. They just paid attention to your cat memes and dancing babes. That's not gonna get anything done. And so you're gonna pay for all these, and you're not gonna be getting as many people as you want. So what you want to do is you need to get as many views as possible. You want to have as high view rate as possible, because that's going to drive your costs down. And the trigger is you need to attract as many potential people who are in your target market as possible. So we want to maximize this. We want to get the same amount of views, but we want them to be 100% these people that are likely to buy. And so if you're not calling out to these people in the first 5 seconds, a lot of these people might go, I don't know what this ad is about, and this guy's throwing cats. I'm gonna go watch my Taylor Swift video now. You want to hook this person right here. And so the best way to do that is not by doing a generic attention grabber. So what most ads start off as is you see the guy right here, and he does a big old generic copywriter headline. Are you tired of feeling sick and lethargic all the time? Is your stomach bloated? What does that sound like? It sounds like an ad. And you know exactly where the story's going. Well, then buy my stuff. That doesn't work. The way you get people's attention in your target market is you start off with a story in the first 5 seconds that they want to figure out that ties into it. So you could say, this is Monica. Monica lost 20 pounds and unleashed massive energy by killing this weird bacteria in her stomach. That's a story. Everyone's like, wait, I'm lethargic and I'm overweight, so what's this weird bacteria? You want to tell a story that hooks people's attention and gets them to watch the ad. This is Richard. And by cursing like a maniac when he approaches women, he's actually increased the amount of girls that want to go on a date with him on Bumble by 52%. He's now overloaded with dates. Like, you have to have this weird story that people want to hear about. That's how you go and lure them in. So people that want to get more dates are going to want to hear the story. People that are overweight or feeling lethargic are going to want to hear the story. You present a story that people that in your target market want to hear, and other people who are like, hey, you know what? I have tons of energy and I'm not overweight. They're going to be like, I'm going to go proceed to my Taylor Swift video. And you want them to do that. You don't want to pay for those views. So you need to maximize that. That is one of the most important things when it comes to creating an ad. Now, the next thing I need to talk about is in your ad and your lander, this is so important. Have one objective. Have one objective. So if you have an ad and you have a lander with a headline, and you have an ad with a headline, like here's the point of this video right here: how Monica reversed her crippling depression by killing gut bacteria. Okay, so that's what this is about. The headline has to be how to reverse crippling depression by killing this specific type of gut bacteria. The ad has to line up with the lander exactly. You don't want to be like, how Monica reversed crippling depression by killing this gut bacteria, and then it comes here and you're selling like a nootropic to help people think faster and improve their mental capacity in their career. That's not going to work. It has to line up. It has to be apples to apples. It has to have one objective too. So the ad, what a lot of people don't get is the ad and the lander and the entire funnel have to be one entire unit. The message has to be it has to be entirely the same thing the entire way through. So for example, the message I have in my first ad is the same message that's on my final sales page that a person reaches after going through a 3 to 4 day follow-up process. It's the same exact principle, because the heart of hearts thing you're selling to right now is going to be the heart of hearts things you're closing on later on, regardless of where your pitch comes in the funnel. So that's super important to do. You don't want to keep changing up the message because this person is signing up for this. You better give them this. Sell what you advertise and advertise what you sell. Now, on your lander, what I see a lot of people do is they have like 16 different objectives. I saw this one webinar page the other day, and they're collecting the phone number. They're getting like Facebook Messenger. They're also like trying to get people to follow them on Instagram. Like I used to do all this stuff too. It's just a disaster. Your ad all the way to your lander needs to have one objective. And your funnel needs to be to pay for ad cost if you want to scale. If your funnel is like, hey, I want to grow my social media following and get to sale, and I also want to alert people that I'm opening an investing firm, this isn't going to work. This is a complete disaster of an ad, and it's not going to do it. You need to have one objective throughout the entire thing. This ad has one purpose: to sell the thing that comes from this ad, and to pay for this ad cost so you can scale your ads. And then once people are in your back end funnel, then go nuts, then scale it up, then show them, get them on your Instagram, get them on your YouTube. But in order for you to get mass eyeballs, you need to be able to scale. And the only way to scale is to have a very profitable ad that works in competitive circumstances where the margins are tight. You can't do that if you have an ADHD ad. So finally, what is the ad format? I'm again linking to videos in the description where I have this ad format laid out step by step. It's right there in front of you. It's a very simple format. Now, can you adjust this? Of course. Should you split test this? 100%. Everything I say in these videos, you should try and break. If you take the things I say in these videos and you don't try and break them, you are the problem with your ads. I am not marketing God of War. I am not some superior marketer. I'm not. I would actually say I'm pretty average. The reason why my ads work is I constantly break them. Most marketers I see, most advertisers, they'll make 5 ads and then they just try and make those things work. I've written hundreds of ads for our webinar. I've rewritten the webinar itself dozens and dozens of times. I've re-optimized the landing page. You have to constantly breaking everything. It is a 2-year ordeal of constant improvement. So when you write your ad, you want to follow this format, but you want to break it. You want to try different stories. You want to try different environments that you film in. You want to try starting the ad off with a different story. You want to try maybe filming one ad where you're doing like a webcam. You want to film one ad where you're filming professionally, one ad from your iPhone. You can try all sorts of different situations with your ad. Also, I try and have at least 5 ads with at least 5 different environments and maybe 2 different stories across the ads. At this point, I have on usual in an ad set, I have 7 different ads with 7 different stories in widely different environments because I've created over 100 ads, and so I just have the winners across 100 ads all running based on what's going on. So, backing up on that, let's get into the format you're usually going to work with and then alter this, play with it, test it, break it. So, here's how the ad's going to look. The first 5 seconds, you present a story that applies to the target audience. So P, present the story. Then in the next 15 to 30 seconds, what you want to do is you want to explain the story and back it up with results. So what do I mean by this? You're not going to tell the exact story. You're going to explain how the story works in understandable terms. So if we're selling real estate and we're saying, look, Bob right here made $150,000 in his first 30 days flipping real estate in the Philippines or something. Like something weird that catches people's attention. Not that the Philippines are weird, just like people don't usually think of flipping houses in the Philippines. So this story catches their attention. What you need to do is you need to then decomplicate it. Because the reason people listen to a story is because they can't fathom how this result happened. How did Bob make $100,000 flipping houses in the Philippines? I don't even know where the Philippines is, most people say to themselves. How did Bob do this? And so you need to make this easy to understand so that they understand it by the time they get to your call to action. If you say, well, Bob actually used a bunch of investment strategies calculated by a complicated AI that allowed him to pick out the houses in the Philippines that had the low chance of having ghosts in them, people are going to be like, what? This makes no sense. And people don't do things that don't make any sense to them. They want consistent, easy, and fast. And so you explain it in a way that emphasizes that whatever you're offering is consistent, easy, and fast. and delivers the result that they're looking for. And you need to make it in a very straightforward way. So it needs to be, I know what you're thinking, look, the Philippines sounds crazy, but honestly, all he uses is this one really weird website that's based in Texas, and it actually lists all these homes, and you just go through there and you find all the homes that have this really specific title in them, and then you just buy the homes with the title. And I know this seems crazy, but here's 15 other people that did the same exact thing and got this result. So the person's like, oh, this sounds really easy and consistent and fast, and here's a bunch of other people that got fast results. Now, what you're going to do right here is then a call to action. So an example of this would be, hey, this is only a 45-second ad, so I don't have time to explain all this. What you need to do is, we're having an event today that all these people right here, we're selling a product that all these people right here, we're doing this thing that all these same people did that gets this result. And if you want to get this, and if you want to do the same thing they did, or if you want to go and see how this works, you need to go and click the link in the ad. So most of the time, there's a link below the video in the ad. What you want to do is you want to have arrows and you want to tell people where to click. Don't leave anything up to the user. So that's how the base first minute of the ad is going to go. Then what you want to do is you want to start emphasizing results. So there's going to be another story you tell. You're going to start emphasizing more results and what the person might be thinking. So I know you might be thinking real estate isn't for me, but you can do these without. So after that, what you want to do, and what you also want to try to do also in the first, you can mix these around, is you want to have a without segment. So I know what you're thinking, well, this is real estate, but you can do this without a loan. You can do this without a staff. You can do this without any prior experience. You don't need any of these things. I know what you're thinking. Bob must have gone out there and he must be some real estate investor that worked with Mark Cuban. No, he was just a guy that was living on his mom's roof because he's weird, and now he's just using this site. I'm using hyperbole here because I'm bored, but you get the point. You want to generate the objections. You want to counter the objections right here, and you can also always pepper this in at the start. Showing benefits without the things they hate is always going to work. Then what you're going to have again is a call to action. Same exact one. Again, we can't explain this all in a simple ad, so if you want to go get this result, see how this is done, see the exact same thing all these people did, go there. And then finally, you want to emphasize, look, we don't know how much longer we're going to do this. Add some scarcity at the end of it. And then in the last 30 seconds of the ad, just make the screen go black so they know the ad's done, and say, go check out the link right there. This format right here consistently works. Is this the best format that's ever been created? No, the best ad you're ever going to have is going to be some unique combination of a lot of things. This is going to be a roadmap. It's not going to take you all the way to the best pasta house in New York City. It's going to give you a general area of where to start shopping in, okay? That's what it's going to do for you. So this is how you want to build these ads. This is what you must have in your mind as you're starting to write these ads. And in the next video, we're going to get into actually the targeting and how to scale up these ads that we're going to be creating. So if you like this, be sure to subscribe because I don't release these videos all at once, and you want to get notified, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video. This has been the second video in the YouTube Prime series.